Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is March the 14th, 2018, and we're here to give you guys an update on the cryptocurrency space. We're here to give you all the news according to the charts, give you everyone the idea of where we're expecting some of these cryptocurrencies to go. Now, before I get started, please know that everything that I mention on this channel is not to be considered investment advice because we are not investment advisors nor anything on this channel in particular. So now let's get down to the nit and gritty about what is occurring in the market today. Our analysis for yesterday was forecasted for these cryptocurrencies to move higher. Now it did that early on in trading, if you guys were to pay attention in the market, but sooner after the market did move higher, more of the stockpile came in the market. And I told you one of the only caveats that we were really hinging on for the market to move higher was that support area for some of these altcoins. How in the background of these charts it was holding quite well in support. Well, today it broke those support areas, so now we are entering new levels of prices, okay, to the downside. So we're going to break in and we're going to give you guys an update on each of these individual cryptocurrencies that we do on a daily basis to see where that new support area is going to be for these cryptocurrencies, because currently we're getting precursors of weakness on the daily price chart as a push to go down bar, which is an automatic indication that the prices are definitely going to be moving lower to the downside. So let's go ahead and get started. Looking at the cryptocurrency coin market cap website, market cap has lost about $30 billion. I think yesterday the market cap was around 360 something billion dollars. Well, now it's at 336. So we're definitely going in the opposite direction of what so many people were expecting in the cryptocurrency space. The market mania as we ended out 2017 was definitely there, and the market is going to weed out a lot of people who are not avid traders, who do not understand the market and its fundamentals and how it really operates. And the sad thing about it is that this can occur for months. It can even take the whole year of 2018 to make sure that the market participants has eradicated or shaken out so many other weak traders, weak holders in the market who do not grasp the concept of what is actually occurring in the market. And that is exactly what's occurring today. So we will be moving lower. We will be having a long duration of market consolidation, even down to the downside, until the market has gotten rid of all of the individuals who do not necessarily understand cryptocurrencies, who do not understand financial markets. Until they have left this area, then that's when the market will grab hold and start to move higher, okay? Because trust me, this is a definite new phenomenon that so many people do not understand. They do not understand cryptocurrencies as a technology. And then on top of that, so many other people do not understand how to trade in the market. They just saw how so many people place a couple of dollars or whatever your fiat currency is, place it in the market, and how they became filthy rich in a short amount of time. That is not what we're about here on this channel. We're just simply here to give you all the language of the markets and how to interpret what is going to happen in the next day, long term, short term, whatever the time frame may be. If you understand this language, you can be successful at your own particular trades. So now let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to scroll down on this website. Everything is in the red. Everything's in the negative, almost double-digit losses going on from 24 hours ago. Bitcoin almost 9%, Ethereum, Ripple both 9%. Bitcoin Cash down 10%, Stellar as well 10%. Looking at Neo's down 13.22. So I'm not even going to waste our time here with how the market overall is trending. Is all going down to the downside, okay? So now let's go ahead and get started on our analysis. Bitcoin on Bitfinex is down 9.03%. Last trade was $8,342. Daily price chart for Bitcoin, again, we have a massively wide down bar being reflective currently on the bar. Market started out earlier, moving to the upside about to $9,400, almost $95. But then obviously you guys can definitely tell how stockpile came into the market, and now it's pushing back down towards that prior area support of $8,000. That is now the new support area for Bitcoin. the best thing to do is to, if you're not in the market yet for any of these cryptocurrencies, just stay on the sidelines until you get that indication of precursors of strength entering in, and then you will place some of your funds into the market. But until now, we're expecting Bitcoin to come back down to $8,000. Might just find support now because of this particular low here, which was 83.13. Market can definitely find support right around that price, because if I zoom in right here, you guys can see how the market held as resistance. That's where the market is trading now. So we possibly could be in an area of support for Bitcoin, but given the fact that we have a very wide spread, we're looking for Bitcoin to continue to move lower, but albeit it might not be that low. Okay. So looking at the 3-hour chart, we definitely had this last completed 3-hour bar giving us a precursors of weakness. Buyers are definitely in the market. It held support around $8,200, which is what we needed to see in the market. But if that's not going to hold, again, we're not holding our breath for support yet until the market possibly come back down to $8,000, or until we get a definite precursors of strength bar to be reflected on the 3-hour or even the daily price chart. So overall, consolidation at best, but we're still looking for Bitcoin to continue to move lower. So now let's take a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum is down 9.72%. Last trade was $617.90. Daily price chart for Ethereum, again, new support area is going to be $600 even in or around that price. But you guys can see it on this dip, on this very wide down bar, well, up bar. The market came all the way down to 565. Even on this particular bar came to 560. So we can definitely come back down to 565 or even $560 in the next couple of trading days. So if you're not in the market for Ethereum yet to find an entry position, then wait on the sidelines until we actually get a new support area to be found. So now, 3-hour bars for Ethereum. Again, we have a massively wide spread bar to the downside. Market definitely is giving us precursors of weakness. We're not looking for any entry points for Ethereum at this time. 660 was that last area of support that we was paying attention to. Market broken on this precursors of weakness bar right here. You guys should have saw on the follow through 3-hour bar how it didn't break through. It still closed below 660. That's why we're still in that precursors of weakness stage for Ethereum as well. Still expecting this cryptocurrency to move lower. Now, let's take a look on the daily price chart to see how low it can go. We're right here around the support area now for Ethereum. So we're not holding our breath, but this can hold as support. Okay. Still have a couple more hours before the daily price chart ends, the daily price bar ends, but definitely a lot more volumes come into the market. We're not getting any interest in higher prices. So that's why we're going to continue to say the market is going to be moving lower for Ethereum as well. So now let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is down 10.35%. Last trade was $958.50. Precursors of weakness bar is being reflected in Bitcoin Cash, albeit the market is not moving as far to the downside as with Ethereum and Bitcoin. So keep your eyes on that. That's something that you want to pay attention to. The market simply is coming back down to a prior low from the 11th of March, or even it might need to come down to the low from the 9th of March, which was $914. So I'm definitely paying attention to what is occurring in Bitcoin Cash, because even though all the other cryptocurrencies are definitely moving lower, Bitcoin Cash is finding support right there around $960. So we definitely need to maintain that in Bitcoin Cash in order for them to continue to move higher. But given the fact that we had this last completed 3-hour bar to close towards the low of the bar, we're still looking for Bitcoin Cash to move lower. $940 or even $920 will be the next area of support for this cryptocurrency. So now let's go ahead and go to Ripple. So Ripple is down 9.06%. Last trade was around 70 cents. Daily price chart for Ripple, again, push to go down bar is being reflected. Currently on this chart, market simply is coming right back down to prior area of support. That's why I mentioned to you all on our breaking news update that we uploaded just a few hours ago that the market's going to come right back down and test these prior lows that occurred around the beginning of February. So we're still expecting that to occur in this cryptocurrency space unless tomorrow we get another precursors of strength to be reflected in the market. But as of now, we definitely have weakness in the markets. So again, precursor weakness is definitely reigning supreme in Ripple right now. Still expecting the market to move lower, and as I stated earlier, expect the market to possibly come all the way back down to 60 cents, just like it did here around the 6th of February. Okay, market currently is holding support just like it did here, so it's still at a crucial area for these cryptocurrencies because a lot of them are trading around prior area support. If we start seeing more precursors of strength bars at these areas of support, then it will be bouncing higher, but then it will have to, just for instance, Ripple will come back up to 75 cents, but that's going to act as resistance now. So we're not out the woods yet. We're still looking for Ripple to continue to move to the downside, and we told you all that 60 cents, that prior area of support, is going to act as support again. Okay, so at least stay on the sidelines until the market comes back down to this prior area of support as it currently is doing now. So you just have to pay attention to these particular trades, because once we get that precursors of strength to be reflected, then the market will be bouncing higher. But right now we just don't have that. So now let's take a look at Litecoin. So Litecoin is down 5 point. Let me see. So Litecoin is down 5.75%. Last trade was around $164.94. Daily price chart for Litecoin support is going to hold around $160. That's what we need. Volume is a lot lighter than what it's been for some of these other cryptocurrencies, but we are not seeing a change in tone on the daily price chart for the market to resume to higher prices right now. So looking at the 3-hour chart for Litecoin, we are noticing that buyers are coming in the market because $160 was acting as support here around the 9th of March. So obviously it also held support here around the 30th of January. The market for Litecoin held support. So we're just going through another consolidation phase. Might trade sideways for a little bit and then eventually might move back to the downside. So just continue to stay on the sidelines until we get a definite precursors of strength bar to be reflected with high volume. Okay, that's the only way that the market is going to turn in these cryptocurrencies. So let's take a look at the 1-hour bar for Litecoin real quick. So even on the 1-hour bar, definitely buyers are coming in the market, but we're not expecting the market to move that high. Might just come up to $166, even $168, but then it will get inundated with more sellers, and then the market will move back down to the downside. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Dash. So Dash is down 9.88%. Last trade was $435.17. Daily price chart for Dash. Puts to go down bar has been reflected. We're still looking for the market to come back down, test this prior area support of on February the 6th, 2018. Or it is now back at support, because you can see on this particular daily price bar from the 9th of March, the market now is trading there again. But if the bar continues and close the way that it looks now, then we're expecting the market to continue to move lower for Dash as well. So the 3-hour chart for Dash, again, market's trying to find support around that $440 area. We're not expecting that to hold that long. Market definitely can come back down to $400 or even to the lows that tried here on the 6th of February. So now let's look at NEO. So NEO is down 12.08%. Last trade was $72.65. Daily price chart for NEO, a massively wide spread bar for today. Market definitely runs the probability coming back down to this low from the 6th of February, around $63.62. This is a precursors of weakness bar that we're noticing today currently in the market. We're still looking for NEO to be moving lower. Next support area is going to be around, if $70 is not going to hold that support, it's going to be around $65 or even $60. Okay, so looking at the 3-hour bars for NEO, no interest in higher prices. Push to go down bars is definitely breaking the prior area support that we saw here on this chart yesterday. So we're not looking for the cryptocurrency space to move higher anytime soon. If it does, in the event that it does, it will come back up to around $76, get some more stockpile, and then bounce lower, or it might even come up to $80 in tomorrow's trading. But given the fact that we're not getting any interest right now in higher prices, our analysis is for NEO to move lower as well, or at best just to start a consolidation phase. So now let's look at Monero. Monero as well is down 12.64%. Last trade was $215.95. Looking at the daily price chart for Monero, push to go down bars have been reflected precursors of weakness. So $200 looks to be acting as support in the near term. That's if this area of support, as I'm moving this mouse cursor, it's not going to hold that support around 210. Just like with NEO, we're getting push to go down bars being reflected on the 3-hour chart. So we're not necessarily looking for higher prices. Market can hold support now though. So as I'm doing this video, we can find support now. But given the fact that we had push to go down bars on the last 3 or 4 3-hour bars, we're looking for the market to continue to move lower. So now we're going to look at NANO against the BTC daily price chart. Definitely precursors of weakness has been reflected on the daily price chart. 3 hours should be getting the same picture. Market definitely, we told you all that 12,200 was resistance, and we have not been up there ever since. Support needs to come in around 11,200, which the market is trying to do now as we're doing the video. You guys can see that we still got 1 hour and 25 minutes before this 3-hour bar completes. So if it closes lower than its previous close, then NANO will be making a new low, possibly coming all the way back down to 11,000 or even 10,800. 10,800. Pay attention to NANO in the short term as well. This 3-hour bar is going to tell us a lot of things, especially if the market closes above the previous close. Market may just come back up and test 11,600 in the short term. But given the fact we had all the stockpile and we're not having no interest in higher prices, we're still in the precursors of weakness stage for NANO as well. The only thing that is hindering us from saying that it definitely will be moving lower to the downside is this 3-hour bar and how it came in touch support at 11,200. If it breaks at 11,200, then definitely precursors of weakness is reigning supreme. So that's all I have for today, March the 14th, 2018. Here to give you guys a quick recap of what is occurring in the market. The daily price chart has concluded that that's prior area support that we were hinging our analysis on yesterday is broke. So now we will be expecting lower prices to occur in the market. We did not see any precursors of strength around those areas of support on the daily price chart. Instead, we saw precursors of weakness, which is why we're expecting the market to continue to move lower. Now, as I'm doing this video, you guys can definitely see how the market was trading around some areas of support now. So in the meantime, whether you're looking at the 1-hour bar, 30-minute bars, or even 2-hour bars, if we start seeing precursors of strength now, then the market can definitely move higher, but not that high, because at best it's just going to consolidate. Okay, so just watch out for that. The market can definitely consolidate and move higher in the short term, but then you want to pay attention to see if we get more stockpiles come in the market, because if so, then we're not done with moving to the downside. Okay, so you heard that first here. On HueFin News, we told you all that we will be testing prior area resistance that occurred around the beginning of February. So if you're not in the market yet, just continue to be patient, stand on the sidelines until we actually get another precursors of strength bar to be reflected either on the daily price chart or the 3-hour bars. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're just sitting here waiting until we get a change in tone in the market, and then we'll know that the market participants are actually changing their minds. But right now they're not. So that's all I have for today. Appreciate everyone who has subscribed to this channel. Hopefully it is being beneficial to you all. Hopefully you all are understanding and gaining more confidence in what the market is actually displaying or is trying to speak to you. Okay, make sure you guys maintain profitability, and I will talk to you all later.